We're going back to 2005, A Shadow of Rome on the PlayStation 2. This was exclusive to the PlayStation 2. We could not play this anywhere else. You got the Secrets of Rome, which I'm assuming will be unlockables maybe, I don't know. Anyway, let's just jump into this. Normal difficulty. So I remember this game. It's got a bit of a cult following if you follow any of the retro subreddits over at Reddit. And yeah, I've never played it. I remember it doing the rounds. I don't think I ever knew anyone who owned this game. But because lately, I say lately, like last week as I'm recording this, I finally completed Rise. Is it called Rise Son of Rome on Steam? And oh, these cutscenes look a bit rough, don't they? I mean, that's not the game's fault. PS2 cutscenes often look a little bit rough. I know I always say that. Yeah, I completed Rise. It's taken me years and years and years. I got there in the end. I think it's a very underrated video game, Rise. And I thought, what about that Rome-themed game on the PS2 that we had? And I thought this was also on Xbox, but obviously I'm wrong there. So, it's a Capcom gig. And there were rumours that we were going to get a sequel of this game, but the sales of this game, the first game, were so poor that the producer, what was his name, Kaiji something, the Capcom dude, yeah, the sales were so bad of this game that the sequel was scrapped and then ultimately became Dead Rising. That's what they moved on to. That's what it says here at the wiki. Yeah. There we go. I'll explain today's event. Let me know if you've played this, guys. But I remember having a look around at people's thoughts when it came to this game on Reddit a couple of months back. Loads of people rave about it. I shall be the judge of... I won't be the judge of that. I'll give you my opinion, of course. In regards to reviews... Let me quickly scroll down on the other monitor. There we go. And then I'll play, guys. We'll get to the reviews bit in a sec. I have got some open now, like I say, on the other monitor. So I've got a 60 FPS patch on here. And I've also got the widescreen patch on here as well. So, everything's nice and smooth. Okay. From what I remember, can't go down there, in the reviews, this is a hack and slash game, but also on the wiki it did say something about there's stealth sections in this game, and that's why, or rather that was the negative part of the game according to many reviews. They loved the combat sections but weren't keen at all on the stealth sections. Apparently they were poor. Oh, here we go. Dark Souls, lock on. Except in Dark Souls you click the right stick, in this it's press R1. So, I'm supposed to kill everyone. It's just every man for himself, I'm assuming. Okay. When you lock on, guys, apologies, my phone just beeped there. When you lock on, you still don't see your target. That's an annoyance for me, because in the Dark Souls games, obviously, a little dot will appear on the enemy that you are targeting. But I like this so far. I know I've only been playing for a few minutes here, but this is cool. It's very smooth. That will be the 60 FPS patch helping me there. I have got a fascination, or not a fascination, I've got a keen interest in all things Rome. Roman history. Oh, durability. Some people don't like durability in their games. That's why they didn't like Breath of the Wild. I absolutely love it. I don't know why. Okay, shoulder ram. I'm just a stickler for durability. It always adds a bit more depth to the gameplay. You have to think about things a little bit more. I think this looks blurry, but that might be... Okay, I can steal the enemy's weapon. I love this. Yeah, that might be the software I'm using. I doubt it, though, because on the patch notes for the 60 FPS patch, I think it was, it did say unable to remove the in-game blurs. That might have been a complaint from people, I don't know. But I don't know if you guys could see it. I don't know if it comes across in the footage well, but I could see it like a very faint blur around some of the characters' heads at times. It's gone now. Okay. Oh, here we go. Dark Souls. I always have to reference Dark Souls. This is nothing like Dark Souls, of course. This is a Capcom game, more, I don't know, like Devil May Cry, maybe, even though it's nothing like Devil May Cry, but it's a hack and slasher, so you know what I mean. Look at this guy with his bow and arrow. It's like, where's my bow and arrow? I mean, you're too close to me, mate, to use a bow. Oh, he's still trying, though, to be fair to him. Yeah, I like this. It's cool. I'm glad I finally got to play it. Like I said earlier, I don't remember anyone who owned this game, and I also never remember seeing this on the shelves in any of the shops. We do have to remember, 2005, 360 was about to release, wasn't it? In 2006, I want to say. I had it around release. I was lucky enough to snag a unit, basically. And, what was I going to say? I don't know. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so this was very late on in the PS2's life, I want to say. How long did the PS2 keep going for? I mean, for years, didn't it? Because we were still getting the Pro Evolution Soccer games coming out for the PS2, because I think we had PES 2013, 2014 on PS2. 2014 might have been the last ever game released on the PS2. But I do know that the PS2... How many times am I going to say PS2? I hope you're on PS2 watch. PS2 count. But I think it was still doing well in the South American countries, I want to say, the PS2 as a console, because the 360 didn't really take off in those countries until much later. I think I remember reading that somewhere. Anyway, do correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But back to this game. This is really good. Like, the combat is very satisfying. Very arcadey. You don't always hit the target. Or rather, you don't always hit the person you have selected as your target. Well, that's harsh. Oh, but guys, there's a glowing... is that a chicken leg on the floor? It's gone all final fight here, look. Look at that. I'll save that for later for when I'm hungry. So it's... yeah, I just take out everyone again, don't I? Okay. I mean, is this there? Is this the gameplay loop? I mean, I did say earlier there's supposed to be some stealth sections, so I'm assuming it does mix things up. I would be fine if this was the gameplay loop. I'm going to eat my chicken. Oh, you... you got to repeatedly hit the button to eat quicker. Oh, look at this. It's like me at a barbecue, that is. That is me at a barbie, that. Right, come on. See what I mean? You don't always connect with the enemy, even though I've locked on. Okay. Urine trouble. Or urine. I mean, the Romans, of course, were famous for inventing and building the sewage networks that we all know and love. We all know. Do we know and love? Well, we know about them. Do we love the sewage networks? Oh, hell yeah. So that does something. When you, yeah. When you interact with a crowd. Oh, wow. When you interact with a crowd, they'll throw your weapon down. This is fantastic. This is. The guillotine. Right, boss time. Yeah, it's gonna be a boss. I was waiting for there to be a boss battle in this. I mean, you can't have a game in this style and not have boss battles. Oh, there's a dude over there, still alive though. See what you see, Mike. This is observational commentary for you guys. Just in case you didn't notice that dude. There we go. I love this. It's got some cool ideas, this game. I mean, it's quite ironic, I guess, that we didn't get... what's this called? Not called Sons of Rome, Streets of Rome, Secrets of Rome. But we didn't get the sequel on the 360. Because it would have made sense. But then we did get Rise as an Xbox One launch game, which is in no way connected to this game. It's made by a different developer completely. Right. That is my cheese against Dark Souls bosses. And that is stand behind a brick or something. And try and cheese them from behind a brick with my lengthy weapon. That sounded dodgy. Stop it, guys. Stop it. I'm loving this mace thing. Is it a mace? What is it? It's a long stick with a ball with spikes on the end. That's what it is. Right, he's outers. Here we go. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. Uh-oh. Weapons broke. He's swaying. He's down. Okay. I like his garment that he's leopard skin garment. So, I'll quickly tell you about the reviews if this cutscene goes on for too long. Electronic Gamer Monthly scored this a 7.2 out of 10 in a retrospective review. They quite liked it. Eurogamer just gave this a 6 out of 10. And that's back in the day. Famitsu scored it 33 out of 40. They loved it. This did obviously get a Japan release. It released actually in all of the regions, which isn't always the case with the PS2. Game Informer and GameSpot both scored this an 8 out of 10. IGN gave it a 7.6 out of 10. Official PlayStation Magazine scored it a 4 out of 5. He reminds me a little bit of Trent Reznor, if you guys are familiar with Nine Inch Nails. I don't know. Is that a stretch? Current day Trent Reznor. He's a bit more beefy, isn't he? Not young goth emo Trent Reznor. I'm sure Trent Reznor won't mind me saying that. I'm sure he'll admit that he was a young goth. Anyway, that's enough about Trent Reznor. Let's save the game, because I'm going to play through this, I think, today. I won't do the whole video, or rather, I won't play the whole game with all of you watching me, because the video would be, what, 6 hours, 8 hours long? How long do you reckon this game is, guys? I reckon it's a 7-hour game, this, in total. It's got that vibe, innit? I'm not taking in the story, because I'm talking, and I can't be bothered. But yeah, I like it. It's pick up and play, or at least it has been so far. I try not to, or rather, I don't feature games on the channel where there's real lengthy cutscenes at the beginning. Or I try not to, unless it's a classic we have to feature on the channel for memories kind of thing. But sometimes, he does look like Trent Reznor, doesn't he? Sometimes I'll be making a video and I'll be like, this is slow going, this. It's going to be too boring for a short 15-20 minute video. But maybe I should just play through the first hour or two and then start recording from there, maybe. I don't know. We're brainstorming again, or I am. Brainstorming whilst I make a video. There you go, multi-skilled. Oh, he's brought his dominoes.
There is no doubt of it.
It is certain that it belonged to a Roman messenger.
It better still be hot, mate. Otherwise you could take that pizza back.
They have been captured.
Crap joke, guys. I mean, that's why you come to this channel, for the crap jokes.
Since they left.
Let's see what else it says about the game then, whilst this cutscene's going on. I won't skip it. What else can I tell you? It just talks a lot about the cancelled sequel. Capcom consider this a failure, basically. Shadow of Rome 2 was already in early development prior to the release of the first game. But after the poor sales, executive producer Kenji Inafune chose to abandon the project, and Shadow of Rome 2 became, like I said earlier, Dead Rising. So it's obviously going to be running on the same engine, using some of the same, I don't know, movesets on the characters, maybe. I'm trying to think of the movesets. What's his name? What is his name in Dead Rising, the main protagonist? I don't know. But it kind of makes sense. You can see it. He's got a strut on him, isn't he? Look. I've been to many a land and weathered my share. I'm not reading all of that because I can't be bothered. The tent has been stripped of useful equipment. I'll stop doing the voiceovers, guys. The impressions, they're not good, are they? Look how grey everything is, though. It needs more saturation. It needs more vibrancy, doesn't it? I can hardly see. It doesn't help that I am recording this and it's quite sunny outside and it's beaming into my room. So I'm getting a reflection off the monitor, but still, it's dark, guys. We seem to be alone out here, sir. The enemy must have withdrawn. What is it, sir? Never mind. There's a quick example of my impatience, guys. I'm always like it in RPGs. Skip, 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 skip. Don't give me games where you can't skip stuff. It drives me crazy. Even if it's a 10 out of 10 game. If I was a professional journalist, which I'm not, but if I was and that was my job, the game would get a 5 out of 10, even if it's brilliant. If you can't skip cutscenes, I'm out. I'm out. If I want to watch a movie, I'll watch a movie. I don't like that helmet. Anyway, you can wear helmets, guys. I want to keep on my Roman Olympian. What are they called, these dudes? Not Olympians. What are they called? Centurions, aren't they? I want to keep my Centurion hat on. I mean, it's very Rise. There's even an area in Rise like this towards the end, the latter half of the game in the woods. Where am I supposed to go? I got to go back to that dude I was speaking to, haven't I? By the spiky fence, I think. This way. It is this way. Is it this way? Hiya. I hope it's this way. Well, I know it is this way, but I hope this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to get stuck. I get embarrassed when I get stuck. Here we go. So, another review for you here.
That is enough.
And Mr. Thierry, not Thierry Henry, that's who you're all thinking of, but a Thierry... Oh, it's going to kick off. And Goyen, I've butchered his name, apologies, of PlayStation Magazine, scored it 4 out of 5. He was particularly impressed with the bosses and lauded the combat, but was critical of the stealth sections, arguing that they just slow the game down to a crawl. Nice use of the word crawl there. Okay, so you could do a Supra attack. Isn't there a car called Supra? There we go. I love the combat. I think it's brilliant. I am surprised that they added stealth to this game. I don't see why it would need it. I mean, you don't associate these Centurion Warrior dudes with sneaking about, do you? You just associate them with this. With fighting, with combat, with wars. Like large-scale wars at that. I could see this being a 7 or an 8 out of 10 game for sure. It's definitely the type of PS2 game that I would have picked up and absolutely loved. Because I like it when you can find like a gem that's not one of the obvious type PS2 releases, even though I'm racking my brain here to what people would deem obvious. Do you know, like the Final Fantasies of this world, etc.? Who's this dude?
We must hurry.
The cremation of the assassinated Julius Caesar.
See, I love all this. If I weren't making a video, I would be soaking up all this, this lore, this story. Electronic Gaming Monthly scored it 7.2 out of 10. Mark McDonald, big shout out to Mark McDonald. He praised the combat and the and the plot, but was critical of the dialogue and the stealth sections. Everyone says that, especially the AI. Okay. No one liked the stealth, guys. I'm just skimming through these reviews here. No one liked the stealth. Eurogamer's Kristen Reed scored it a 6 out of 10, calling it one of those frustrating nearly games that could and should have been brilliant. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. He praised the concept of mixing the two gameplay styles, but felt the stealth sections were underdeveloped. So they really let themselves down with this game with that stealth, didn't they?
I would never do such a thing.
I would never do such a thing.
Silence! Men of Rome, I shall now announce the successor.
I'll leave this play, guys. I don't know how long this cutscene's gonna go on for. But I might call the video to an end there. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. All that talk of the stealth stuff, though, has made me... I don't know. It's made me sour towards this game because I'm not interested. I love stealth games, but when they are stealth games. Metal Gear, Splinter Cell, I know what I'm getting into. I don't need it here. But it's a quick look anyway at Shadow of Rome. I'm glad I finally got to soak up some of the combat and the story here. I think it's cool. I'll speak to you all soon. Again, let me know if you played this game. Let me know, are the stealth sections that bad? I'll speak to you all soon.
I shall hereby take up an oath on my honor to dedicate my life to the glory of Rome!
I cannot believe that Vipsanius would do such a thing.
This is not a child's playground.
Please tell me, is Vipsanius the true murderer of our Caesar?
What a strange question you ask, boy. What is your name?
I am Octavianus, nephew of Julius Caesar.
Ah, his nephew. Well, I regret to tell you that I witnessed the deed. Vipsanius had Caesar's blood on his hands. We shall know more tomorrow after the Senate meeting. Go home now.